Well, welcome. Good morning. It's great to have everybody here for the live stream. Um, Today's the big day, right? We're waiting for the big reveal of the brand new Garrett Metal Detector. That's what we're going to do here today. So if you guys are joining me live, I appreciate everybody being here for sure and supporting the channel. And we're all going to enjoy this together, actually get it revealed all together and see what Garrett has up their sleeves. So very, very excited to see that. Quick rundown. We're going to chat it up here for about 15 minutes. The Garrett is set to go live at the top of the hour. And we're just going to pipe it right into the stream here. You guys can stay here, chat it up with me, and we can all have our live reactions to what they're revealing, what they're telling us about this brand new machine. Real quick, before we get too far into it, just want to get some shout outs of people that are here already live with us. We've got Stack Silver. Getting closer now, about an hour away for the reveal. Stack Silver was in way before everybody else. Steely Dan's here with us. Detective Smile. Steve, thanks for all coming on here. Mr. Larry Stevens, join in from Tennessee. Larry, thanks for coming on. PA Relic Hunters. PA Relic Hunters just joined us last week on the podcast Relics Radio, and we had a great time with all of those guys. If you guys haven't watched that, you need to go back and watch that on the channel here. Let's see. X marks the spot. Hope it's all what we all expect. I bet the reveal coming soon, Mark. Oh, I hope they I hope they don't do that. I don't think they're going to do that to us again. This is a pretty big event. Pretty big event that Garrett has now really disclosed to us. You had to sign up to get access to it and everything like that. So I don't think they're going to lead us to another another thing down the road. So real quick before we get started, I want to make sure that we're prepared to for all of us here to enjoy the stream together. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share one of my videos right now. I just want to make sure that we have audio. So guys in the chat there that are watching this live right now, please tell me if you can hear this this video right here. We're going to go ahead and get it started. Let me know if you can hear the audio.
Adventures. My name's Tony, and I appreciate you guys coming by. I'm out here with Zach and Garrett. We made a trip.
Can you guys hear this? Please let me know,
because I want to make sure that we have the stream set up. We're hunting this
hard. No flaws this time.
If you guys missed day one, we just had day one. Hop over there, watch that first.
Great
day
audio.
2 did not disappoint.
You can hear the video, give you that not little just
tidbit
me, right
there. We are filming this after the fact, and I got to tell you, you are not going to want to miss any moments, any seconds of.
All right, outstanding. That's all I needed to know for that. Thank you very, very much for that. We're going to get rid of this one and just really want to make sure I'm all completely prepared for the stream here. So we are going to, yep, that's one we want to share with audio. So this is what the sign up for Garrett looks like. It says live in 11 minutes over here. We're going to go over there once they kick it off. We'll go over there and start listening to what Garrett has to say, what they're presenting to us. Aerial Picks, thanks for coming on. Real quick, let's get it started with all you guys in here. What's your expectation for this brand new machine? Are we looking for another Apex? I mean, there's kind of been some things that have been let out gradually over the last 2 weeks or so, that it's not just going to be a detector. It's actually going to be a series. That's the way that I took some of the information, was it was going to be a series of detectors, which seems to kind of be the direction that Nokta is taking us, with their Simplex series, their Score series. So is Garrett jumping on board with that and having, 3 machines out of a specific series to where you can kind of pick and choose, maybe a lower end with less features, maybe sort of a beginner, all the way up to, say, a mid-level or high end with multiple features, Bluetooth, multi-frequency, all that kind of stuff. I mean, what do you guys think is going to come? Detect Big Dig Smile wants to see something from the Whites technology. Now, it's really interesting. I don't feel, and I don't know a lot what's going on behind the scenes with Garrett or what they actually have incorporated into um, some of their new technology, but I I don't know if they've really so they bought Whites, right? I mean, Whites was going out of business, and they bought Whites, and what technology from Whites are they bringing in? Are they bringing in any? What would be the advantage of buying Whites if you're not going to use some of that technology? Um, I don't know. That's a great point. X marks the spot says they hopes Mark says get some of that technology from the V3 again, a White's product. Larry Stevens, I think it'll just be a new pinpointer. LOL. I don't think it's going to be a new pinpointer. You know what? Would it be interesting that they do introduce eventually here a Garrett 2 or something like a Carrot 2, something that can bring things up to speed. I mean, how long has the Garrett Carrot been out? Fantastic pinpointer. In fact, I use that. I have a whole shelf full of pinpointers right now, and I have used them, and I fall back on that Garrett Carrot. I love the Garrett Carrot. Over my left shoulder here, I actually have 3 Garretts sitting there. I have the AT Pro, AT Gold, and Ace Apex. I love Garrett products. I think I'm having a strong Garrett company is a benefit for everybody. So I would be anxious and hopeful that Garrett can jump back into the mix of being up there with the higher end machines. Stack Silver says if they don't have at least one wireless machine in their new series of new machines, I'll be a little disappointed. I tell you, I honestly feel like they have the bar is set very high here, and they really need to come to the table with something that's going to kick butt. I can tell you that. Kath Rousseau, welcome in, Kath. Bring back the White's pinpointer. That would be fun. Multi with a sine graph bar, Kath says. Well, here you go. This could be exciting. A camo Carrot to go along with the camo Apex, right there, Detect Dig Smile. Metal Detecting War Relics says, I've never waited so long for a bloody storm. It's been a long time coming. They certainly have led us on to this. You know what, though? We've got 6 minutes looking over ahead at the time. They need to bring it today. And I believe that they're going to. I know Steve Moore is going to be on the stream from Garrett, and he seems excited. I don't have anything, G14 classified to report about it, but I have a strong suspicion that we're going to be very happy. Right, so let's see. Little Dixie Diggers joining us. Thanks for coming on. Hoping Garrett has better upgrades. Yes. How about this one, Larry Stevens? The reason they bought White was just to protect the patent to keep other companies from using them. Well, why doesn't Garrett use that to their advantage then, right? Dear Claude Metal Detecting, welcome on. Great to see you. Appreciate everybody coming on here today. Excuse me. We're about 5 minutes, 40 seconds out from the start of the storm. The storm coming in, right? Everybody knows that we're talking about the storm, the vortex. That's been a lot of the advertisement and lead up to this point of what they're going to be revealing. So it's going to be interesting for sure. I do believe that the name of the specific machine is the Vortex, which kind of surprised us all, I think. They were talking about a storm, right? Everybody's calling it the Garrett Storm. But I honestly do believe it's going to be called the Vortex, which is I personally I think it's a great title, great name to a machine. But again, they're going to have to bring it. They are going to have to bring it today, for sure. So let's see what else. Larry says, I do believe that they will introduce a new pinpointer. Gonna be exciting. Gonna be exciting for sure. I do believe that they should. In a while, in the sports division, they have only had the two. They had the standard one, which is black, and Garrett, which blew everybody away and everything. So fantastic pinpointer. I absolutely love it. Down to about 4 minutes, guys. Almost ending in 4 minutes. We are going to watch it live. We have the feed, and I'm going to keep it over here with the live audio so we can enjoy it all together. And, as we're going through, I will be making comments for sure, trying not to talk over what we're discussing and things like that. But please, I will be active in the chat as well, the live chat. So if you guys can type your opinions, your ideas, your comments about what they said, what you see, please keep those comments going. I'll try not to interject too much vocally so that we can hear what they are telling us about the machines. I do believe this is going to actually go a pretty long time. I think they are slotted for an hour and a half. I'd love for you guys to stick around with me for an hour and a half. It'd be fantastic. Excuse me there. Yes, please smash that like button for me. I really appreciate that. All right, we're down to 2 minutes 48 seconds. Love it. We'll get the feed in 30 seconds out just to make sure. You know what? Let's do it a minute out just to make sure we've got the audio. There is audio going on over there for that. Lurker Troy, welcome on. Metal detecting war relics. I think the storm may turn out to be a shower. We're certainly going to see, aren't we, guys? We're certainly going to see. Again, I'm really, really hopeful and optimistic about this one for sure. Like I said, I've got 3 Garrett, and in fact, I've had 4. I got rid of my ace, what I started with. So, I think a strong Garrett is fantastic for all of us. I'd love to see them come back into the mix with some strong machine for sure. Oh, Kath Russo says, how about some 3D imaging? From what I did see, there is going to be some sort of new multi-frequency technology coming with this. May not be new technology if it's titled something specific about the type of multi-frequency that it's going to have. So it's going to be interesting. I tried to look into their type of multi-frequency, and it's going to be interesting. Little speed diggers. I've been with Garrett ever since I started detecting back in 2013. I would love to get the legend, so Garrett better step it up. If I could, I would like have all the new technology metal. Absolutely. Dave Crookshank, welcome on. Okay, real quick, we're going to go ahead and go over to the feed here. I just want to make sure that you guys can hear the music. So let's see what we've got here. Can you guys hear this background music from Garrett? Like Big Mouse, that sounds good. 20 seconds, folks. Yes, sir. Okay, awesome. So we should have no issues in terms of getting over that. Outstanding. All right, so do me a quick favor, guys. Hit that like button before we get started. 10 seconds. Storm's coming in here. 10 seconds. Give me that thumbs up, give me that like. Let's get over to what they have here, guys. I'm excited. Let's do this.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Vortex is here. On behalf of everyone at Garrett Electronics, I would like to welcome you to our live reveal and extend a big Texas thank you to all of our loyal Garrett customers around the globe. To those of you who are not customers, we hope you see something here that excites you today. We're thrilled that you've chosen to spend a little time with us today to hear about our revolutionary new detector line. And by the time we're done with this event, we hope to have answered all your questions about the Vortex and to have clearly explained why Vortex is changing the game for metal detecting enthusiasts. Now, without further ado, let's watch the Vortex launch video. Join me as we travel into the Vortex.
Gonna be blue.
It's here. The Vortex by Garrett has arrived. Revolutionary, visionary, extraordinary. Look into the earth with precision and depth. Understand the target before you dig. Find less trash, more treasure. Introducing our ground-busting, multi-dimensional, multi-frequency technology. A complex analysis of a target's conductive and ferrous properties. See multiple targets on one screen. Simple ferrous or iron targets appear in this lower ferrous scale. Desired targets appear in this non-ferrous scale. Tricky iron targets appear on multiple scales. Sharp, accurate graphical target ID display. With this robust detection system, lightning-fast target separation, and fully submersible down to 16 feet, you'll hunt farther and faster than ever before. The world's first fully transformable detector. Choose your detector and upgrade it anytime without investing in new hardware. When you're ready for more, plug in and purchase. Embrace the power, technology, and transformation potential for the best hunts of your life. Vortex by Garrett. Embrace the storm.
Wow. Looks good so far. Some different technology and readout. And
there you have it.
How
we
it
have a lot
looks.
to talk about today, but first, I'd like to take a minute to tell you why we developed this exciting new detecting platform. When Garrett launched the AT Pro in 2010, we brought waterproofing, a fantastic new sound package, and other new and updated features to a lower price point, which in turn brought advanced detecting to the masses. This kicked off an extended period of growth for Garrett and for the sport of detecting. The new Garrett Vortex line is designed to have the same impact in 2024 that AT Pro had in 2010. With Vortex, you get power. Vortex is built on an advanced hardware platform that has all the attributes that you want in your everyday detector: waterproofing, collapsibility, integrated lithium-ion battery, and a dot matrix graphic LCD, plus advanced signal processing technology and raw transmit power that you won't find on similarly priced detectors. Vortex is not just an incremental change to an existing product like so many of the recent launches in our industry. Vortex is a completely new platform with new and exciting technology. With Vortex, Garrett is once again bringing advanced capabilities down to a price point that many detectorists can afford. With Vortex, you also get
already talking about price point. That's good.
Even though it is very powerful, we have set our price points to cover a broad portion of the market, beginning with a high quality entry level on the low end. In addition to value pricing, Vortex has been designed with the ability to grow in capability as you grow in your detecting needs. We do this by instituting another patent pending Garrett technology first, a fully software transformable detector that can be upgraded from a high quality entry level VX5 to a more powerful intermediate level VX7 to the most powerful professional level in the Vortex series, the VX9. The hardware is identical between the three models. When you upgrade, you get the full power and feature set of the VX model that you are upgrading to. With Vortex, you can buy what you need and what you can afford now and upgrade when you are ready. Only
Wow.
Garrett Vortex offers you the ability to take your detecting to the next level without making a major new investment in or walking away from hardware that you already own. Now that's pretty smart. I'd be remiss if I didn't also mention that, like all Garrett detectors, Vortex is designed and built in our Garland, Texas manufacturing facility so that you get true Garrett quality in addition to our 3-year warranty. So there you have it. Vortex has arrived to change the game. With Vortex, Garrett is bringing new technology and best value to a very broad segment of the detecting community. At this point, I'd like to hand it over to Garrett's Consumer Marketing Director, Steve Moore, to explore the Vortex series in more detail. Steve, take it away.
The storm has arrived, and its name is Vortex. Yes, we've had fun the past couple of months teasing the whole storm front, and we hope you've had fun as well each time we drop some of those hints. We watched your comments, and some of you have done quite well at guessing what would be included in this Vortex series. Now, we've been testing the Vortex for months, so I'm truly excited to finally walk you through all of its great features. We will explain the new multidimensional multi-frequency technology. We'll explore settings and controls. We'll go through pricing and through the unique ability to upgrade and transform your Vortex machine along your detecting journey. Even the packaging is pretty cool as we take a look at that here. Since its launch in 2020, the Apex received high marks for its styling, integrated battery, ease of use, and detection capabilities. Apex was designed to be the capstone of the Garrett Ace detector line, and it lived up to that intention. But when we started working on Vortex and designing it, we decided to go much further into features and technology. These detectors are far more powerful with a whole new graphic interface and target ID display. Vortex is packed with features that will make your hunting more successful.
Transformable metal detector series.
Each has lightning fast reactivity, and the upper two models include user control of reaction speed. Each Vortex is very compactable and lightweight. The detector weighs in at only 2.9 pounds without the coil cover, or 3 pounds with the coil cover on. So pretty light. Now our team has created a series of short videos today to help step you through some of these Vortex features. Right now we're going to start with the basics. So if we can go ahead and roll that video, let's take a look at the basics.
The Garrett Vortex includes a new straight shaft design. Fully extended, its length is nearly 57 inches. It collapses to 24 3/4 inches, and the search coil rotates for easy storage in your bag or pack.
It's a cool bag.
The Vortex is a series of 3 detectors, starting with the entry model, the VX5. The intermediate model is the VX7, and the upper-end Vortex is called VX9. These are 3 unique detectors, not just one detector offered at different price points with various coils and accessories. The Vortex detectors are fully waterproof, submersible to 16 feet. They are the perfect shallow water detectors, made for hunting in streams and lakes, and even along the beach or in the surf using the multi-salt mode. The Vortex is rechargeable via this USB-C port, offering approximately 15 hours of use per full charge. All controls and settings on the Vortex are very intuitive and easily controlled with one finger. There are several direct drive controls, ground balance, pinpoint, and mode selection. Other settings you desire to change are accessed through a quick press menu button. Press the menu button and then scroll up or down through the settings using either the menu button or pinpoint button. Select the icon of the setting you wish to change, then tap either the plus or minus buttons to adjust that setting. As you move up from VX5 to VX9, the number of search mode choices will increase. Several will be familiar to Garrett users, such as zero discrimination, US coins mode, and the ability to create your own custom mode.
Lots of different
Each Vortex
modes
also
there.
includes standard mode. In standard, the default frequency is multi. Reaction speed is set to the default speed, and iron discrimination is set to 30. eliminating many non-desired ferrous items from audible detection. Standard mode is perfect for finding most international coins and for finding all types of jewelry and non-ferrous relics. The VX9 model includes 2 other new search modes. In fast mode, your reaction speed has been increased. Fast mode is designed for use in trashy areas, such as old home sites, where abundant metallic trash might mask adjacent coins. Fast mode is also ideal for competition hunts, where you often move quickly while searching for prize tokens. By default, fast mode operates with iron volume reduced, but not eliminated, as some prize tokens in competition hunts are made of composite metals with ferrous content. The VX9 model also includes a thin coins mode. In thin coins mode, the audio response has been suppressed but not eliminated for common ferrous targets and for highly conductive targets. The response is enhanced to more sharply report on only targets falling within a select target ID range, such as thin hammered silver coins, Roman coins, and small gold coins.
Interesting. That's very interesting.
Wow, wow, wow.
In thin coins mode, the reaction speed is increased, as these fine coins are often found in areas scattered among metallic trash.
There's the VX5.
Okay, well, that covers some of the basics. We think
Interesting.
you'll really like the thoughtful way we designed the new Vortex search modes. A few differences, as we pointed out there. For me, I really like the fast mode for competition hunting and the thin coins mode, which helps highlight hammered coins and fine gold coins. And yes, those 2 gold coins you just saw right there in that video are real. They were found during our early Vortex testing that we did overseas this spring. Now, for Apex users who are accustomed to seeing relics mode, jewelry mode, or the international coins mode, your preferred Vortex mode will now be called standard. Now, standard defaults to multi-frequency operation, but you can always select any of the other available frequencies. We've got a lot more to cover today on going through the Vortex, but before we do that, it's important to understand the brand new multi-frequency technology that drives this Vortex. It's what provides the raw power, the target ID accuracy, and the more graphic target information that you see on the VX7 and VX9 models. Garrett calls this new technology MDMF, or multidimensional multi-frequency technology. Now, to help explain more about what this really means, I can think of no one better to do so than its inventor, Garrett's senior design engineer, Brent Weaver. So let's take a look at another short video here as Brent explains the new MDMF technology that powers this Vortex. Let's roll it.
Garrett's Vortex series introduces a new detection technology that we call MDMF, or multidimensional multi-frequency technology. Multi-frequency technologies offer the benefit of blending a variety of detection frequencies together for improved detection on targets of all types. Generally speaking, lower frequencies provide improved detection on larger, highly conductive targets, such as large silver coins, and high frequencies provide improved detection on very small items of lower conductivity, such as small hammered coins and small gold nuggets. Simultaneous multi-frequencies provide great detection on a wide variety of targets. But in addition, Garrett's unique MDMF technology also analyzes the targets and surrounding soil matrix using multiple dimensions of conductivity and ferrous content. The addition of this advanced multidimensional technology provides a more comprehensive analysis to formulate a more accurate target ID, and even at greater depths in areas with increased ground minerals. As many of you know, in highly mineralized soils, a single frequency detector's target ID accuracy and detection depth are the first things to suffer. Garrett's MDMF technology helps preserve detection depth and target ID accuracy in these mineralized conditions. With the VX9 model, this multidimensional analysis of a target's conductivity and ferrous properties is directly shown by a multi-axis target ID scale. This 3-tiered system includes a non-ferrous target ID scale and 2 different ferrous scales. The center scale indicates non-ferrous items. Low conductivity items such as thin hammered coins will indicate towards the left side of the scale. High conductivity items such as thick silver will indicate towards the right side of the scale. The upper iron scale indicates flat ferrous items such as steel bottle caps and washers. These flat-shaped ferrous items create complex signals that trick many detectors into thinking they are coins. More common ferrous items such as nails and wire indicate on the lower ferrous scale. A bottle cap may actually indicate on both the lower simple ferrous scale and the upper complex ferrous scale. Let me
Ooh,
give you a few examples.
interesting.
The lower
Very
scale,
interesting.
which runs from the target ID numbers of 0 to 39, is reserved for what I call simple or common iron items. Ferrous items such as nails, tacks, screws, etc., will generally show on this lower scale. A pure non-ferrous item, such as a coin, will generally show a consistent target indication on the center scale of the VX9. This central conductivity scale maps targets with IDs from 40 to 99. In the case of this silver coin, its digital target ID number is 78, and its target identification aligns with 78 on the scale. Notice that there are no pixels, smudges, or blocks showing in either the top row or bottom scale. The top scale is reserved for tricky or complex iron items, such as flat steel washers or bottle caps. These flat-shaped ferrous items create complex signals that contain both ferrous and conductive components that can confuse some detectors into reading like a coin. With this bottle cap, notice there are pixels simultaneously showing on the central conductivity scale, as well as the upper tricky iron scale, and possibly even on the lower ferrous scale. This indicates that the target is not purely non-ferrous, but one that contains a combination of ferrous and non-ferrous properties. Now, it's important to note that the MDMF technology is an advanced target analysis process that is always taking place whenever your Vortex is operating in the multi-frequency mode. Regardless of how this information is displayed on your detector's LCD, the multidimensional analysis is always working in the background on all Vortex models. The VX9 model has the 3-tiered target ID scale I just described. On the VX7 model, the user sees only 2 target ID scales, the lower scale being ferrous or iron targets, with the target IDs ranging from 0 to 39, and the upper scale on the VX7 is your conductivity scale, showing non-ferrous targets with IDs ranging from 40 to 99. The entry-level Vortex, the VX5, contains
Gotcha.
only a single target ID scale that runs from 0 to 99, something Garrett users are going to be familiar with who have run an AT Pro or an AT Max or an Apex. As I mentioned earlier, the multidimensional multi-frequency analysis of the target's conductivity and ferrous properties still occurs on the VX5. It is simply presented in a single scale format. The VX5 user still reaps the benefit of better detection depth and target ID thanks to the MDMF technology. And as you can see, all 3 models provide a large digital target ID numeral.
Okay, as Brent explained, each Vortex detector operates with MDMF technology to interpret your target signals. The user of each detector has true versatility in the setup. Some detectors out on the market today have a fixed single frequency operating system. Others have a fixed multi-frequency operation that's always in play. But with Vortex, you always have choice. The entry VX5 model includes a true multi-frequency mode, as well as a single frequency operation choice of 13 kilohertz. As you step up into a VX7 or VX9, the number of single frequencies increases, and you gain the power of Vortex's new multi-salt mode. This is an all-new multi-frequency salt mode, offering greater depth and target ID, both in the saturated wet salt along the shorelines and in the deeper water as you search the surf. Vortex offers smooth operation with deeper detection and better target ID in wet salt sand than any previous Garrett Beach mode. Another great feature of the Vortex detectors are their reaction speed. It's your ability to separate and interpret adjacent target signals. As you move up in the Vortex family, you have even more control over this speed. To demonstrate this further, we asked Brent Weaver to step in again and discuss detection speed and target separation with the Vortex. So let's roll this next video and take a look at that.
Garrett's multidimensional, multi-frequency technology provides deeper and more accurate target analysis and identification. This is a big advantage over single frequency detection when you're searching in areas with increased ground mineralization, which can quickly affect target ID and accuracy. Target ID accuracy can also be affected by a number of variables, including ground mineralization, swing speed, target orientation, and adjacent targets. The Vortex is powerful, and each model includes lightning-fast reaction speed. This is important when you encounter multiple targets near each other, such as at an old home site with a lot of trash. Vortex is capable of presenting more than one target ID on the screen simultaneously. So now I'm going to demonstrate how the Vortex will show multiple target IDs on the screen simultaneously, as well as let you hear adjacent targets that are side by side. On the ground, I've got a bronze coin next to a silver coin. So you can hear the dual tones from those two different conductivities, as well as the dual target IDs on the screen. Vortex offers great target separation and accuracy. With the VX7 and VX9, users can opt to further increase their recovery speed and reactivity. This is especially helpful in areas with abundant metallic trash, such as an old home site, or in a competition hunt where contestants want to search at a very fast pace. The VX9 model even includes a fast mode, which is perfect for competition hunts or high trash areas. To demonstrate the Vortex's fast recovery speed, I've thrown down here a handful of nails. I'll now discriminate out the nails. And now I'm going to add this coin right in the middle of the nails. I'm now going to move the coin right up against the biggest nail. And now I'll take the coin away and go over it again. Silence. And keep in mind, this is with the Vortex set to its slowest recovery speed. With Vortex, you can control the power, depth, and recovery speed which works best for your conditions. Embrace the power of the storm.
All right, thank you, Brent. And I can tell you from experience that the Vortex is indeed lightning fast. I've tested it in several countries and all types of terrains, and it's very impressive. Now, before I move on, I want to acknowledge that we did have a little contest during the signups for this Vortex presentation. We have pulled winners from each of the 3 video categories, and we'll let you know who those lucky folks are in just a little bit later in this program. But for now, let's finish going through the Vortex. So we've covered MDMF technology and the unique 3 tiers of target ID scales on the VX9. It provides you more target information, and all of this really helps you make better dig decisions out in the field. To me, that's a really important part of this. But the one thing we haven't covered is making the right decision on which Vortex to purchase. Well, the answer is there is no bad decision. Vortex is the world's first fully upgradable detector series. As a user, you can start with the VX5 model. We'll take a look at some charts here. Basically, as your detecting skills increase, or when you decide to invest in a more advanced detector, you can literally transform your Vortex's power and feature set by purchasing and downloading software upgrades. With each step up in the Vortex series, you gain more detection power, more features, such as reaction speed control, more frequency options, more search modes, and other benefits. This chart illustrates variances in the features, modes, and frequencies as you step up from the VX5 to the VX7 and to the VX9. In short, you don't have to sell your metal detector and go out and buy a new one. It's your choice. Turn your VX5 into a VX7, or even jump from the VX5 up to the VX9. Transform your detector from the comfort of your own home. Wow. This is a detecting industry first.
Very
now,
interesting.
In America, upgrade codes can be purchased from our store, Garrett Direct. Or internationally, the upgrade codes can be purchased from your dealer or regional distributor. then simply visit Garrett Direct to complete your Vortex upgrade. More information on the upgrade process will be covered on Garrett Direct before shipments begin. Now, if we want to talk about accessory options for your Vortex detector, these can be found on our main Garrett.com website. With each Vortex model, headphones are optional. What you choose to use is all up to you. For wireless operation with your VX7 or VX9, the Garrett MS3 wireless headphones
Same
with Z-Link
headphones.
technology are an
No,
excellent option.
not any different headphones.
For underwater use, Garrett will offer these fully submersible dive
For the
headphones
MS3 at least.
built with the proper underwater connector for Vortex detectors. Now, we also have fully wired headphones. In this case, the Vortex has a 1/8 inch headphone jack. So Garrett will offer these inexpensive, clear sound, easy stow headphones with volume control. Or you can simply opt to purchase your own earbuds or land use headphones that have a 1/8 inch jack. Okay, so now let's talk about surge coil options for the Vortex.
There we go.
Each Vortex ships with a standard 8.5 11-inch DD Raider surge coil. The Raider is an optimal size coil for the Vortex, giving you plenty of ground coverage and excellent target detection depth. But of course, no detector series will be complete without options. Garrett will also offer 3 additional coil sizes. The Viper has been a huge hit with our AT, ACE, and Apex users over the past few years, so it was obviously a natural choice for Vortex. 2 other surge coils will also be available for Vortex. The compact 5-inch by 8-inch DD Ripper coil for searching trashy areas and tight spaces, and the big Reaper coil, a 14-inch DD surge coil to really cover the field and give you that extra detection depth. Now, will these Vortex coils work on other Garrett detectors? The answer is no. They are engineered for MDMF technology, and you'll notice that the Vortex has a brand new underwater connector style. As you see here, it's different than any previous coil connector for AT detectors, and it's very easy to connect. If we can show that graphic here real quick. Okay, well, we'll move right along. There it is. Okay, that's a quick look at that connector. Very easy to connect. I think you'll like it. So we covered some of the accessories. We covered coils and headphones. At this point, I want to pass things back to Steve Novakovich so he can address a couple of more very important items.
Price?
Address the 2 biggest questions that remain at this point, and those questions are how much and
There
when.
you go. How much and when? Here we go.
Well,
Wow.
we can see here on this graphic with the standard pricing, the pricing for the VX5 is in the US is going to correlate to the MAP price, which is the minimum adjusted price, advertised price. Internationally, it will track with the MSRP. So here in the US, you can expect a street price of $449 in the US and $529 internationally. The VX7 is a little bit more. It is going to price at $534 in the US and $629 internationally. And finally, the professional level VX9 will sell in the US with a MAP of $599, and overseas customers can expect to see pricing closer to the VX9's MSRP, which is $699. Those international prices include VAT, international shipping, and duties. And as I mentioned at the beginning of this session, the Vortex series also includes Garrett's Made in America quality, 3-year warranty, and legendary customer service. When you buy Garrett, you don't get outsourced manufacturing or third-party customer service. Garrett stands behind the products that bear our name. I'd also like to cover the pricing for the upgrades. And I think that graphic is on the screen. To go from the VX, okay, Steve Moore and I both mentioned how the VX5 and the VX7 can be upgraded to other models in the series. The hardware is the same between the 3 models. You are simply making your detector smarter and more versatile and more powerful with each software upgrade. What is the cost of the upgrades? Well, you'll see that on the screen. It shows the price to purchase an upgrade at 3 different levels. The first is upgrading a base model VX5 to a VX7. In the US, that upgrade price is $85, which incidentally is also the difference in map between the VX5 and the VX7. Next, you have the option to purchase an upgrade to transform your VX7 to a VX9. You can purchase that upgrade on Garrett Direct for $65. And if you want to upgrade your VX5 all the way to the VX9 level, you can purchase that upgrade on Garrett Direct for $150. This is also the difference in map between the VX5 and the VX9, which means you aren't paying more in the end than you would have paid had you initially purchased the VX9.
Wow,
This is another facet of Garrett's
interesting
value pricing strategy for Vortex. International customers should expect to see these three upgrades priced at roughly the difference in MSRP between the three models, the same way the US upgrades follow the map pricing in the US. International customers will also use the Garrett Direct website, but will be required to purchase an upgrade code from their local distributor or dealer instead of entering a credit card number on the Garrett Direct website. Detailed information about how to buy these upgrade codes will be available on the Garrett Direct website in the coming weeks. Okay, the other big question we know you have is when. We expect to begin first Vortex shipments in a matter of weeks during the month of July. And with that timing in mind, I invite Garrett dealers and distributors to begin placing their orders now. Steve, I think it's time when we start wrapping this up. Is there anything else you wish to add before we go?
Yeah, but thanks, Steve, for outlining the pricing and the upgrade path. Again, more details to follow on that. What we need to report on, of course, is those winners. We talked about that. When we announced the Storm and the Vortex signups, we challenged people to submit videos using one or more of our three themes. We had a lot of submissions, and we thank you guys for that. Now, the Garrett team has watched all these videos, and we decided to pull 2 winners from each of the categories. So that's 6 winners for 6 decades of Garrett business. But since we're entering our 7th decade of business, we decided to pull a 7th winner. Congrats to all these winners. We really appreciate you guys. In the near future, we will be shipping you a brand new Vortex VX9 model detector. And in just a minute, we'll roll a video showing you all these lucky winners. Again, I'm really excited about the power of the Vortex. I've gotten in quite a few hours working with it. And I'll tell you, this is no toy. Vortex will compete head-to-head on detection with detectors above its price range. We say embrace the storm because the power of the Vortex is real. For more details on the Vortex, be sure to check out Garrett.com today. And our dealers are encouraged to log into our share file archives for logos, images, videos, and other sales collateral that you guys are going to need to update your websites. As promised, as we wrap up here, I'm going to ask our production team to roll a short video piece showing those 7 lucky Vortex winners. And as that wraps up, at the end of that reel, we're going to see the 2-minute intro video again, just in case some of you joined us late and missed it. So on behalf of everyone at Garrett, we want to thank you, everyone out there, all of you that tuned in. We want to thank you for watching this Vortex reveal. The storm has arrived, and very soon you will be able to embrace the power of the Vortex.
I want to share with you my best and favourite find. It's not silver, it's not gold, but it's mind-blowing and incredibly old. This is the front plate of a Romano-Celtic face padlock depicting the goddess Minerva. It's cast in bronze, found in England, and nearly 2,000 years old.
About a month ago, I was detecting my friend's property. I was in the middle of the woods, and I decided to just start hunting where I was. I walked about 10 steps, and I hit an amazing repeating high tone and pulled a very nice silver ring with stone. Impressed with the first ring I've ever found, I walked for about an hour with 0 tone, no syllables, and suddenly I hit a mid-tone. I found this French trade ring. I was absolutely ecstatic. But 10 minutes later, another tone, this time very faint, and another trade ring. These relics date back to the mid-1600s and are by far my most exciting finds.
Hello.
Hello.
We are from Kazakhstan, and we use Garrett Metal Detector a lot. We are using ATMAX series and we found a lot of ancient things.
Garrett Metal Detector since 1999. And over the years, I've searched fields, yards, finding coins and relics. I really like to find those little religious pendants. Those are my favorite to find. My personal favorite is this one from 1862. I've got to meet a few members of the Garrett marketing field team, but that was fun. But my greatest memories is when my kids come up to me and say, "Dad, take me treasure hunt." And every once in a while, I'll get my wife out in the field with me as well. Thank you, Garrett, for 60 years of fantastic products.
We've enjoyed the years we've spent with Garrett hunting. Your customer service is second to none. The people you have promoting your machines, KG and Ringy, a couple of nuts, but their enthusiasm is just great. We met Nugget Noggin at one of the hunts, and he was such a super nice guy. But we just wanted to say congratulations on 60 years and hope you have another 60 years. Thanks.
Today like it was yesterday. Some features I'd like to see with the Storm would be maybe some 2D mapping to distinguish non-ferrous metals, multi-frequency, some more depth, wireless charging, as well as some upgraded headphones with some waterproof capabilities there. And that's all I got.
Hello from the Netherlands. What I want to see in the new detectors from Garrett: foldable, lightweight, easy for children to use, and yeah, that's it.
It's here. The Vortex by Garrett has arrived. Revolutionary, visionary, extraordinary. Look into the earth with precision and depth. Understand the target before you dig. Find less trash, more treasure. Introducing our ground-busting, multi-dimensional, multi-frequency technology. A complex analysis of a target's conductive and ferrous properties. See multiple targets on one screen. Simple ferrous or iron targets appear in this lower ferrous scale. Desired targets appear in this non-ferrous scale. Tricky iron targets appear on multiple scales. Sharp, accurate graphical target ID display. With this robust detection system, lightning-fast target separation, and fully submersible down to 16 feet, you'll hunt farther and faster than ever before. The world's first fully transformable detector. Choose your detector and upgrade it anytime without investing in new hardware. When you're ready for more, plug in and purchase. Embrace the power, technology, and transformation potential for the best hunts of your life. Vortex by Garrett. Embrace the storm.
It's probably going to be the end of the Garrett stream, but stick around, guys. I want to talk about this with you and get your reactions as well. I know that we talked throughout the the last 50 some minutes about or 45 minutes about it. But I definitely want to get some reactions now that we've got some information. So we'll let this play out, and pretty sure that's probably it. Lots and lots of things to talk about here. All right. Let's jump off of there. Okay, let's do this. I took notes. because that's the way that I am. All right. VX579. Gosh, what a great idea. What a great idea to differentiate yourselves from two other manufacturers that are same concept, three different machines, but having to buy, say you get in at an entry point, the lowest level, and you really like it. You want to jump up to that 9, it's going to cost you another $700 to do that. But with Garrett's software update technology now, it's not going to cost you that. I like that idea. I like that idea for our sake, not the company's sake, in terms of the bottom line and the numbers and the pricing and revenue, but for our sake, I think it's a fantastic idea to get people coming in at an entry level of the VX5, have them kind of go through it. Those of us that haven't, or those beginners that haven't used, say, an A Series 250, or really essentially the VX5 is right in line with the Ace Apex. So kind of that entry level. Hey, I really like this. I'm going to pursue it even more. $150 to upgrade to a VX9 with all of the features, an additional $150. I kind of like that idea. I like that concept rather than having to buy an entire brand new machine. Absolute positive, in my opinion, for Garrett to do that. Something that hasn't been done before. There was some talk in the chat as this was going on, worrying about hacking, being able to buy that particular program from not Garrett and being able to upload it. I'm sure they've worked out those kinks. I'm sure they've thought about that. They're intelligent enough, the engineers on that side of it, that would think about that. So what do you guys think about that? What do you guys think about the concept, the idea of just purchasing an upgraded software, which would essentially give you a brand new machine? It unlocks features that are not on the 5 that you would get in the 9. Essentially, that's what it's doing. It's unlocking those features and giving you those without having to buy a brand new machine, different coils, all those kind of different things. I personally like that idea. Let's see. Stack Silver says, add like other software upgradable machines. Garrett leaves the door open to add enhancements to the existing platform launch without buying a new detector as well. I agree. I'm telling you that to me is a positive. I like that for the user side of it. I think that is a positive. 3-year warranty. That's fantastic. Let's talk about the MDMF, multi-dimensional, multi-frequency. When I hear that and think of that, what I gathered from that presentation would be 3 different screens or 3 different modes or something, not modes, but your ability to see 3 different lines on that 9, the VX9. I think it's comparable to a 2D screen. I know I use the MindLab ManaCore, and it does kind of give me those different levels. You have kind of a sweet spot in the middle, which is going to be your non-ferrous areas. You're going to have, your the low grunts from the iron. You'll have a sweet spot for the non-ferrous. And then the way that they presented it, that bottle cap feature showing on multiple different levels, you can gather that information. I just love the ability for these machines to give us the information that we can then make the choices on. And I think that MDMF technology is exactly, that's what it's doing. It's giving you additional information for you to make a better choice to dig, no dig type of thing. I think the presentation showing the bottle cap was strong. I liked being able to see that it showed up on 3 different graphs or bars there, for us to get that information to dig, no dig. Great. Little question here in the chat. Little Dixie Diggers, how deep will they go? That's going to be determined on the type of coil you're using, your recovery speed, all that kind of stuff. I'm sure it's going to be comparable to everybody else. Coin Shooter says the screen idea may have come from the whites. Yep, a lot of people were talking about that. And there was another one here, 513 digs. Beach mode should have been on all three software. I did notice that, and slightly disappointed with that. I agree that I think it should have been included in the 5. The 5 had it did have the multi-frequency, but I believe that was all that it was. There was no single frequencies on the 5, I think. And the other ones you could switch into single frequencies, 5, 15, multi-frequency, that kind of stuff. I'll have to go back and double check that for sure. Some other questions. What were the frequency ranges? Like I said, I think it went 515 multi. I think Larry has a good point here. It's a good concept, but the price points are not far apart. I think most will just purchase the 9. And Larry, I agree with you. That was one of the things that I've talked about in terms of Nocta with Simplex, Nocta with Score. I think a lot of people, your majority of the people are going to buy those the VX9, the higher end of that series. The lower ends, I think it's going to taper down in terms of numbers purchased. But as a company, in terms of coming from the company side of it, you have to have that entry level. You have to try to get those new users in. And if it's not as many as experienced, I think that's fine, because the idea, the concept, the business model would be, hey, let's get something down there that gives them just a taste of what this machine can do and what our company can do. And I think it's banking on getting them in the door, getting their foot in the door, and then showing them, hey, we've got other things, even slightly better, slightly upgraded from that entry level model that you have purchased as the beginner. I agree with you that when you look at the different series of detectors that are out there right now, the majority are going to be at that higher end, but they don't want to discriminate those entry level, those new detectorists of trying to get their foot in the door. And again, I said at the beginning of the live stream here, a powerful competitive Garrett is great for everybody. And I think they came in. I was thinking about this. I think what they have right here with the Vortex is what we expected from Garrett with the Apex. I think the Apex fell slightly short of what the expectation was. And it's interesting to see, essentially, the VX5 is the Apex in waterproof. Right? So maybe their intentions when they released the Vortex was a series, and they started with the entry level with the anticipation of adding 2 additional VX7, VX9, and it just didn't make sense for the Ace series. So let's just kind of put it all into the Storm series, the Vortex series. Interesting. I like it. Like I said in the chat, I'm going to try and get my hands on something from these guys from Garrett. We are absolutely already beating down the door, trying to get Garrett onto the podcast. Have them on the podcast to specifically talk about specific questions you guys are having about this particular series of machines. Let me catch up on the chat here as I went off on that long tangent. Little Dixie Digger says, if I was going to buy one, it'd be the 9. I agree with you. Lurker Troy says, I'm a noob and I would probably purchase the 5 first. Troy, I think that's a fantastic idea. I really do. With this now, the ability to just simply pay an additional $150 to go from a 5 to a 9, rather than having to spend that what was it? I think it was $4.99 or it was $5.29, I think, for the 5. And then if you really get into it, having to spend $6.99 then on the 9. I think it's a great idea. I really do. I really do like the software upgrade for the user side of things. Not sure if they're continuing the AT series. Not sure about that. I tell you, I'm impressed. I'm gonna once we get finished up here, I'm actually gonna go back probably on the Garrett video and pull out the specs. Take a screenshot of the specs and really study that kind of thing, because I think it's gonna determine a lot about how it's all used. I did get the Apex right out of the box, right out as soon as they came out with it. I was right away getting my hands on one of those, and I do like the Apex. I think it's a great machine. I really do believe that this was what they intended to do a couple years ago with the Apex. Happy to see that we're finally here with the Vortex series. Extremely happy to see that we're finally here with the Vortex series. And I know that a lot of detectorists feel that same way, that we finally have gotten to the point where we're getting these types of machines from Garrett. 513 digs about the beach mode again. It's crazy because Garrett could have killed it with beach mode at VX5. If someone was new and wanted a beach detector, they still would have to buy the VX9. I'm sure it's a Garrett decision. I don't want to second guess too much from them, but I was surprised a beach mode was not included in that 5. I do know that they have a beach mode or a salt mode type of thing in the Apex, where the coil is waterproof. So yeah, surprised that mode was not included in the 5. It is what it is, guys, for sure. Overall, tell me, you guys satisfied with the launch here of the Vortex series? Do you think that they're moving in the right direction? We're finally getting Garrett to join the game in terms of what MindLab and Nokta has come to the table with over the last couple of years. Do you feel that they're finally moving into maybe being competitive with a MindLab or a Nokta? I'm pleasantly optimistic and surprised with what they just presented to us with this reveal of the Vortex. I'm happy to see that. I really want to get my hands on it and really get it out there and see how it does in those high iron areas. They did the test with the nails. Proof is in the pudding. Agreed. Now, this is something interesting. 513 digs. But for YouTubers that want to do a giveaway, give the chance of the winner to upgrade for $65 or $150. What an amazing idea for you as a YouTuber, as a podcast, for us to be able to offer a VX5 and the winner have the ability to, for $150, like 513 Dig says, $150 on a machine that you won, and you can essentially upgrade that up to the 9. Psh, what a great, fantastic idea, 513 Digs. I really do like that that concept, that idea as a giveaway. That would be pretty cool. Pretty cool here. Let's see how good it is at relic hunting in Europe. Like I said, they're metal detecting more relics. I know you're over in England. from what I saw, they did a lot of testing over there in Europe. So, interesting. Was thinking better display and technology seems all really old. Metal Matt, thanks for coming over, watching. Yeah. Vortex does sound like an innovative line of detectors. It doesn't. And I think introducing a software upgrade technology idea concept to create 3 different machines out of one, I think it's an interesting approach. Really do. That's the part that's really getting me. Like Larry said, proof is in the pudding as to how it performs. I think we'll all be able to see that pretty soon here. But that concept of 3 machines, 3 different softwares in one machine. It's interesting. Interesting to me for sure. Little Dixie Diggers. Can't wait till July to see how well they work. Absolutely agree with you. I know that today I'm going to be on the horn trying to get Garrett to the podcast as soon as possible. As soon as possible, we're going to try to get them on to talk about these machines. I'm interested for that for sure. And quick little disclosure, since you guys are live, I've got 32 people here. You're going to be the first 32 to hear about it. But later today, Relics Radio will be disclosing that Nokta detectors will be coming on to Relics Radio tomorrow night. Normally we're on Thursday nights, but we will be on tomorrow night with Delic and Mark from Nokta Detectors. And we are going to be giving away a triple score on that podcast. You can see it here on 5280 Adventures. You're probably going to be able to see it on Ventures and Dirt. We'll be on Facebook, the 5280 Adventures Facebook page, possibly the Relics Radio page. Yeah. So you guys are hearing it first. We're going to be live tomorrow on Relics Radio with Nokta Detectors giving away a triple score. Stay tuned for that announcement coming out here this afternoon. Just thought I'd tell you guys first right away here. Welcome, David Emery. Thanks for coming on. Inserting to see where Square Nail hit on the fancy screen. Yeah. Yeah. Positive information here about Nokta. Absolutely, guys. Make sure that you guys join me. You do have to be present on the podcast to win it. So when that comes out, if you guys are subscribed to 5280 Adventures right now, make sure that the bell is clicked. Make sure that you hear all notifications on that bell so that when we do go live, you'll get the notification that we are live and you can join us with that opportunity to win the triple score tomorrow. Road Warrior 72, long time. Thanks for coming on. Still using the Equinox 800. Hey, nothing wrong with the Equinox 800. All right, guys. We've been on an hour and 15 minutes. I've got to head to work. I took the morning off to be with you guys and Garrett and share in this big reveal of the Vortex. And I appreciate all the time, man. We killed it today. I think we were over 50 for the live podcast. So I truly appreciate you guys coming on here and supporting the channel. Love that you guys can be here. Love being able to interact and give you my honest opinion about things. And again, make sure that you guys are subscribed and have the notification turned on every Thursday night, except this week. This week it's Wednesday, but every Thursday night we have Relics Radio for the podcast where we have all kinds of incredible guests on there, do multiple metal detector giveaways, all that kind of stuff. I'm just dragging on here, but I appreciate all the support, guys. We're going to go out here with the 5280s intro, and then I'm going to see you guys tomorrow night on Relics Radio right here on 5280 Adventures for Nokta Detectors. Appreciate all the support, guys. Give me that thumbs up on the way out. I really appreciate it. And as always, I'll see you guys on the next adventure. Take care.